2017 hasn't been the easiest of years. It's been a lot of work this year, but it's had some amazing payoffs. One of the first things that I did this year was I adopted a Greyhound. I have put in an application to foster or adopt, and I was going to kind of take my time. I just wanted to put the application in and, let there be no barriers if I wanted to do that. So today is the Mardi Gras event in Tempe, Arizona, and I'm pretty excited. It's cold here, and I've got this little girl. She has been hanging out in my RV for 2 days, and we're going to head over to the event soon and see if she finds a forever home. So when I was there, I did take a couple dogs for a test spin, including this one. Here is a clip of this guy, known in the racing world as Flesk Flyer. Being the champion that he was, he raced 106 races and won over a third of them.
One gets a good start, then 6, 7, 3, 8, 4, and 5. That's your break. One still leading, Flesk Flyer. Almost on the back stretch now with 1. Moving up into second is the 7. 6, 3, 8, 5, and 4. Flesk Flyer still. 7 is second. That's Cahill, U.S. Marshal. Flesk Flyer looks too strong to be beat. We'll see. 7 and 3 charge ahead. Too late. 1, 7, 3, and 8.
I was also featured on a TV show. That's right, Rollin' on TV came out and filmed me filming a DIY tutorial of how to install an electrical awning. I also completed my entire solar setup, which was custom designed, built, installed, wired by me. It took me about 3 years of research to put it all together, and a little over a year, I think, or a little under a year, to actually install it in different pieces. So my first step in this big long process is building a mount for the solar panels on my roof and then getting the panels up there. So the first thing I'm going to do is lay my lower track down. You might be wondering, well, if the solar panels come with feet, why am I building a frame? And number 2, why am I building a frame that's so tall? It's 10 inches tall. I had to call in the assistance of my favorite former neighbor to help me get the panels from the ground up to the roof. That's the only part that I couldn't do alone. I just figured that out. And the universe is working on my side, because I just realized if I go down in that cabinet where I've got like all my, cleaning chemicals and my vacuum, that goes into the bin that's connected already to the other bin where all my stuff's gonna go. So I don't even, you know what? Those cables will never even be outside except for on the roof. I don't have to cut a hole in any bin, because that's the bin that connects. Yeah! What I'm going to do today is the charge controller and fuses. This is the negative coming from the charge controller. I just have the panels and the charge controller hooked up and ready to go. I don't have the batteries hooked up yet, and I've got several other things to bring to the positive and negative terminals of the batteries that I just mounted today. And these are my series connections, so I'm going to have one connected to positive, one to negative. I'm just using some red tape to signal that it is a positive connection. So I'm going to be doing battery to battery series, positive, negative, positive, negative. Now to hope that these fit. I've been using my feet. Whatever you need to get the job done. Okay, there we go. The magic moment. I have heard that when you're plugging in the final positive in your whole solar setup to get the whole thing connected, that it can spark. So I don't know how much it's gonna spark or whatever, but I got my sunglasses and I think I'm just gonna wear them. All right, well, here goes the final connection. I had some crazy manipulation to do on this back, let's see, it's called the load terminal on the shunt. I had to call my neighbor over and have her hold, and even with both of us, it was hard to manipulate the big cables, you know, to get them flat up against, and then the bolt goes in. Anyway, I'm ready for the final connection, and I'm just crossing my fingers, so let's freaking do it. Great. And oh, in all of this, damn it. And of course, the biggest memory maker for me, by far, was setting off on a really long road trip. I went caravanning with my friend Bobby Jean. We both drove our own RVs and towed our own cars. So far this year, I have been to 8 different national parks. In the beginning of the year with my mom, I visited Canyonlands National Park up near Moab, Utah, as well as Arches National Park and Bryce Canyon National Park. And while caravanning with Bobby, I visited Rocky Mountain National Park. The Grand Tetons National Park. Yellowstone National Park. Glacier National Park. And then on my own, I went to see the Smoky Mountains National Park. I got to see a full solar eclipse, potentially a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Oh my god, I have to say this is like the weirdest or coolest thing I've ever experienced. Look how dark it is. So crazy, it's like quickly going. Oh my gosh. Look at that, there it's going. It's just a teeny dot with glasses. Oh my god. Bobby, look with your real eyes. Oh my god, that's amazing. Whoa.
Focus on it, but you can't see it on the phone.
Holy cow, get your other camera out. Totally amazing. Wow. Check it out, that's downtown. They got the lights on. It's totally dark. Wow. So you can still see over there because other parts of the country still see a little bit of sun. We're right underneath it. Wow, I cannot believe this. It's one of the coolest experiences ever. Wow, really cool. There's a star, or I'm guessing that's probably a planet. Check that out right there. Incredible. Wow, look at that. It's already getting light again. Isn't that amazing?
You can't see it with this iPhone, but
And here we are lighting up already. Wow, that is amazing. It's already coming for I don't know, 2 minutes or maybe even less.
all right, now the sun's coming back.
You couldn't see it with the glasses on, so you had to take the glasses off. And here it comes. It's just incredible how fast the light's coming back on.
Actually have shadows again?
Wow. That is totally amazing. I also crossed the Mississippi River for the very first time and in my RV. I knocked off a bucket list item, which was to see fireflies. However, I only got to see 3. I saw them in Minnesota in late summer, and because I only got to see 3, it's still on my bucket list because I want to see a whole field full of them. I finally made it to Tennessee as well, a state that I absolutely love.
You just blew something. You need to pull off. Not here. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
So we're on 75 going down, and Bobby was driving behind me, and a semi was passing me, and he called me on the radio saying he thought I blew a tire or something.
I think your rear seal blew.
No! But we would see like liquid. Oh my gosh. I even saw a UFO in Taos, New Mexico. I'm out on the La Verde Vista Trail, and there is a white dot. You can see it right there. It's been up there for like 20 minutes in the same spot. Way bigger than a planet or star. It's noon, it's the middle of the day. And there's that white thing, it's just hanging out. I got to surprise my parents for Thanksgiving.
Here. Pippi, when did you get here? Oh my gosh! Wow! How did you do that? I was just talking to you.
And now I'm working on a big surprise that I can't wait to reveal in 2018. Naturally, I made a lot of discoveries. I discovered I really like the Midwest, at least in the summertime. I also really like traveling the US, and that it's impossible to get to know a place unless you spend at least a couple weeks in an area. And dang, the US is really big. For those that are out traveling in their RV, I totally suggest concentrating areas and targeting those to see versus doing a really big long drive and seeing a few sites along the way, because you may discover that you actually really like an area and you want to spend more time than you've designated time for you to spend there, and then if you have to go back, you have to drive all the way back there. City parks, county parks, and state parks are usually the cheapest options in that order compared to RV parks. And they usually offer boondocking options which are even cheaper. They also usually come with a beautiful natural feature such as a lake or mountains or something along those lines. Not all states would have the same things that you might consider to be regular amenities, such as your bank, or certainly such as some of your favorite grocery store items. Good luck finding arugula in Wyoming. Just like population, the East has more cars on the road compared to the West, and it's definitely noticeable for somebody coming from a smaller Western state. Toll roads exist, and you have to pay them, even if it's by mail. Again, that's another surprise for somebody coming from a smaller Western state that has no toll roads. And always, always, always carry engine oil, transmission fluid, and coolant, and anything else spare that you think you might need on the side of the road that would be hard to get a hold of or inconvenience you in a major way. My mantras this year have been, yes I can, and it can be done. Thank you so much for watching. Join me in 2018 for more adventures.